Thanks, Coach.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick, and Josh Hennick as we broadcast live from La Scala's Beach House right here in Brigantine, beautiful Brigantine. It's a beautiful sunshiny day. The waves are huge. And our Philadelphia Phillies got knocked out there, Dave Klemick.
Yeah, but I'm wearing my Phillies hat.
I see you're all still Phillies. I have
my
my Phillies gear on coming in. Josh Henning, it's a tough pill to swallow, but here we are watching the World Series instead of participating in it.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where it's like, if you make it to the World Series, you're excited. If you don't make it to the World Series, you can spend the next 6 months complaining about it.
Right. We're going to talk with Tommy Green at the bottom of the hour. We'll go on the mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for Designated Drivers. We'll get Tommy's overview of the season and what went wrong for the Phillies. And then, of course, at 11 o'clock, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sherapan, live from Las Vegas. And then at the bottom of the second hour, we're going to talk with Mac Young. He's a columnist for the locker room, BillySchwein.com. He's a student at Penn State. He writes a great article for us once a week. You got to check out the website, the locker room, BillySchwein.com. And we're here at La Scala's, and this place is magnificent. And we got Chris, the general manager, is going to come over and say hi to us, and we're going to thank him for having us here. Thanks, Chris, for having us here at the La Scala's. Man, you guys, this place is unbelievable.
Thank you guys for coming.
This is all
did a great job with this. And
it's all remodeled and everything.
Yeah, so we took the summer. We got the outside open mid-June, and then we took the time to get the inside open, and we opened about 6 weeks ago.
Great view of the beach and the ocean. And I know I came in here. I've been here now twice, and the food's phenomenal, Chris. I got to tell you, your meatballs, second to none.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Almost like grandma's, right?
Yeah, like grandma's. And Ryan rolled out the red carpet for us. You guys did a great job, and we're excited to be here, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. This is going to be fun.
Us. Yeah, man.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, are you a big Phillies fan, right?
Huge Phillies fan.
So you're pretty upset with the outcome of that, yeah.
You know, I went to game 2. I was like, oh, this is over, and then
everybody thought.
They only scored 3 runs. They come home up 3 games to 2. You got game 6 and game 7. They only scored 3 runs total. I mean, their bats went silent, and that's what happens in baseball. You can't get. It's not like football where you physically can control things.
I thought you said it was like the bats slowed down, and
they were non-existent
because they were hitting balls to the fence. It just wasn't going over the fence.
That's
it.
And that's what happens when you live by the long ball. You die by the long ball because if you're not producing, manufacturing runs, that's what happens.
I think a lot has to do with Rob Thompson too. I mean, last year he did a phenomenal job, and this year I think he was too cute with the bullpen.
Yeah,
And Aaron Nola all postseason barely gave up the home runs, and he just game 6. Gave up those 2 back-to-back, and that was it.
There's one positive you can take out of it, Dave and Chris, is the fact that this team looks like it's going to be – the nucleus should be around for some time to keep us in contention, Josh. Wouldn't you say? I mean, you got your big stars locked up for several for several years.
Absolutely. I think one of the things with the Phillies is that – and you guys know this. We all know this. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. You got youth and you got veterans. So if you got that mixture, you have a chance. The question is, Billy, is this the right mixture of youth and veterans?
Well, we'll find out because I trust Dave Dombrowski, the president of baseball operations. I trust him, and I think he's going to do the right thing. He's got a resume. I mean, he's won World Series before, so he knows what he's doing.
Well, take it from my standpoint. I'm kind of like a little bit of an outsider. I'm not, but I fell in love with this team. The nucleus of the team has the personality, like the best personality I've ever seen from a baseball squad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like from a leadership standpoint, I believe that bleeds down. And if they stick around, this team will be back right here with the same question next year.
And, with Bryce Harper, I mean, he is a catalyst for that. Every team has to have that leader. And I think he has elevated himself because of his play on the field, but also because he's an emotional leader.
Listen,
as well.
I'm a huge Bryce Harper guy, but the problem is he was one of the guys who didn't show up at the end of that series. Harper, Turner, and Schwarber combined to go 1 for 20 in the last 2 games. The Phillies had 60 strikeouts in this series, 21 in the last 2 games as a team. you can't win a championship that way. And at some point, I don't care who you are. Think about this, okay? And again, this is not rocket science, I'm saying, okay? Harper, Turner, Schwarber, Castellanos, Real Muto. Their contracts equal almost $1 billion. If I'm spending $1 billion and I'm the owner, think about it. Harper's over $300 million.
Right.
Turner's over $300 million. Schwarber's about $150 million. Castellanos is $100 million. So what are we at right now? We're at $800 million. Real Muto, he's over $100 million. So we're now $900 million.
What's the organization worth? How much is the Phillies worth?
A few billion.
$5 billion.
But that's the problem.
Right.
When you have 5-6 players who are half the worth of your franchise, and you can't win 2 home games in the best home field advantage on planet Earth. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, we have our work cut out for us in the offseason. We got to get Nola signed, and I don't know is there any extra money floating around. Will they be able to sign Aaron Nola? I personally want him back.
Well, Dombrowski said that the owner told him that they're not worried about spending money right now, which is easy to say now. But,
spending crazy money.
Listen, you're the manager of Lascales here in Brigantine. At some point, you got a budget. You can't go bankrupt running a business. You still got to run a business, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I do think we need starting pitching.
Yeah, you got to get Nola back. I mean, look, the guy, he's proved himself in the playoffs. He didn't have a great year. He was inconsistent. I get it, but when it was playoff time, and he showed up. That's him. And I don't fault him. He only gave up 3 runs in Game 7, or excuse me, Game 6. It's just our offense wasn't putting them, scoring.
I think you guys we were talking about how this team was built for the postseason, and they kind of they weren't the greatest win percentage during the season, but they were built for the postseason. And then it fizzled out. I think there's some of the excitement of beating Atlanta kind of wore them down a little bit, maybe slowed the bats down. I mean, that was just if it's an easy way to look at it. What you're saying is look at it like that. That slowed down. We're hitting them to the fence, just not over the fence. The team can stay together on the budget they have. You'll be back. We'll be back next year.
All right, so we got the Phillies in the rearview mirror. We got our Philadelphia Eagles sitting at 6-1. They beat the Miami Dolphins last week, and they have the Washington Commanders this Sunday. It's a 1:00 game. It's a rarity because we're usually on national television, but it is a 1:00 game, and so we'll.
And really quick on that, for you guys here at Lascales and Brigantine, that's where we are today at the Beach House. What is the difference for you when the Eagles are at different times? Do you get a different type of crowd in here, or
1:00 games are the best throughout the company?
Yeah,
we still get that dinner rush. This season, oh man, it's just
because of the times. It's all over the place.
Aren't they Monday Night Football the following week?
They have. There was only 3 1:00 games on the whole schedule. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
They play the Cowboys and they play the Cowboys at 4:25.
4:25 next week.
The Chiefs they play on Monday night.
Right.
And then they got Buffalo and 49ers are both 4:25.
Then Cowboys on December 10th. Sunday night football. Back to 4:25 against Seattle.
That's in Seattle, so that's okay. Here's the thing. If the team's on the West Coast, it's not a big deal, right?
Right.
But if they're in Philadelphia and it's late, then come on, play the game at 1:00. People actually want to live their lives.
So we got Tommy Green at the bottom of the first hour, the Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sherapan, live from Las Vegas. Then we'll talk with Mac Young. Got a big show lined up today. We're broadcasting live at Lascales. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate your hospitality.
Anytime.
And when Rob gets in here, make sure you send them over here.
All right, I will.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Thank you, guys.
So we got the Philadelphia Eagles that are anointed now as the number 1 team. Everything's going to be focused on the Eagles. The Sixers started, the Flyers. How about the Flyers, Josh? 4-2-1. Are you kidding me? Here's a team that was nobody off everybody's radar. Nobody's even talking about the Flyers.
But they're playing so well that, if you were one of the people like me who were so disgusted with the Phillies, you flipped over to the Flyers after that game.
Yeah, I did.
A few nights ago, right? And what did you see during the second intermission? Mark Messier, who's been a guest in the locker room with Billy Schwein, and PK Subban both said, national hockey guys, they said on national television, we want the Flyers to win this game because we love watching this team so much. Yeah. And that's, guys, a Hall of Famer and was one of the best defensive linemen in the league. National guys saying they love watching the Flyers play. And why is that, Bill? it's because of Tortorella. Tortorella has
He's
changed.
got them playing energized hockey. He's got them playing. They're making the system that they're running fits the players that they have right now.
But it's also the fact that, and Dave, you can speak to this because you played for Coach Vermeil in Kansas City. The coach matters. He sets the culture. He sets the entire dynamic of an organization. You know, if you get a miserable curmudgeon or somebody who doesn't understand his players, then you're not going to have a good environment, right?
We talked about this the other day where we said people will play up to their contract or they'll play above their contract based on the head coach.
Yes.
That's what the head coach does. He makes you play and do things above your contract. And that's what he's talking about. We had this, we worked out together this week and we go, this is what we talked about. Like, exactly. And a coach can do that.
Are you training Josh?
No, man. We just worked. He training me.
He's training you.
I followed him.
No. What happens is, for those who don't know, so Dave has the Clement Performance Method. And so what happens is that once a week, Dave and I get together. We hang out. We kind of share trade secrets with each other. You know, and we talk sports and we talk life. And
I got to get in there and work out with you guys one of these
man.
days. All right. We got a great show lined up today. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 to give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, we're here at La Scala's, and you got to get down here. It's in Brigantine. It opened this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of homemade Italian, American, and seafood favorites. Plus, their famous pizzas. Everything is generously portioned and great for sharing. Eat in or take out at La Scala's, 4 to 10 p.m. Wednesdays, 11:30 to 10 Thursday through Sunday. That's at 1400 Ocean Avenue here in Brigantine. You'll love their cozy leather booths, the huge bar. It's a wraparound bar. They got great big screen TVs. They got a game day menu at LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Dave Clemick, and Josh Henning as we broadcast live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey later today.
That's a clip.
97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app with Tim Saunders and Todd Fedora calling all the play-by-play action.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
It's Flyers later today, which begins at 2 p.m. It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey on the radio home of the Flyers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN, and listen live on the free mobile app.
He scores!
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is Dr. Brad Schaefer. As a podiatrist, I can tell you no two people's feet are alike, which is why I recommend Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotic inserts. They're customized for your feet, so you get a unique solution your feet really need, not just a one-size-fits-all insole. They're clinically proven to provide pain relief for achy feet, knees, lower back, plantar fasciitis, and heels. Take the Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotics assessment in Walmart today, now in the foot care aisle.
Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining. Join me on the Bet Parks Sportsbook app, and you're in the zone. Bet Parks is the official casino and sportsbook app of the real Philly fan, and the only app I recommend. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances like total passing and rushing yards. Bet total team touchdowns. Bet who scores a touchdown. And nobody does live in-game betting better than Bet Parks. Bet on the action as it happens. Join me right now and download the Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. New customers make a winning $10 bet and get $125 in bonus sportsbook bets back. Must be a winning bet, and bonus bets must be wagered once. The Bet Parks Sportsbook is the only sports betting app that
15 seconds.
Live betting, parlays, props, teasers. They have it all. Like me, I'm sure that you love to play, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in NPA, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Number 1-800 Gambler.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at La Scala's Beach House right here in Brigantine. Come on down. This is a great place to watch the games. There's a huge bar with big screen TVs wrapped around the bar.
And you're literally on the beach.
Look how picturesque this is, Dave
I
Clemick.
keep taking videos and pictures of how crazy it is. You got to see it.
We're staring at a beautiful Atlantic Ocean. We're right on the beach here in Brigantine, La Scala's. And not only is it a great venue, the food is phenomenal here, Dave. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
I've eaten here twice, and that's why places, when they have great food, people keep coming back.
Absolutely.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about the Eagles because they made a big trade, which solidified their secondary. I mean, that put them, like, when you have Darius Slay now, you have Bradbury, and now you have Kevin Byard. I mean, that solidifies your secondary.
Well, and listen, you're bringing in a guy who's a two-time first-team All-Pro. Let's start with that. Second of all, this guy has started every game since 2017. So he plays at a high level, and he's durable. The third thing is this is a guy who has shown himself to be a very productive player.
And he went to Middle Tennessee State with
well, they went at different times.
That's all right. Blankenship. He went to Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, well, it's the first time two guys from Middle Tennessee State will ever start on a defense together.
I love small school guys too because they play with a chip on their shoulder at all times. I'm a small school guy. I know these people. They have a long career. Statistically, you can look this up. They're going to play with a chip on their shoulder at all times. I can guarantee you that.
And by the way, you know Kevin Byard, where he's from, right?
He's from Philadelphia.
And what player do you grow up loving?
Brian Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins
said he loved the Weapon X. That whole thing that he did, the Weapon X. He loved he watched video on him, and he was his favorite player.
This is not just an upgrade. This is a massive upgrade. You went from having a position at safety that had a lot of questions. That someone like you, Dave. You're playing wide receiver, and you look at the other side. If I can get that guy, I can run around that guy. Kevin Byard isn't that guy. Kevin Byard's the guy that other players in the league say, I got to know where he is. And that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, when you have a quarterback that's got to be aware of where somebody – remember Tom Brady used to say, locate Ed Reed, whatever it was. Locate Ed Reed, right? You guys, sometimes you have to really pay attention to a certain player because they have a way about them. They have a response time they know how to read you a little bit. They might have your number. They might have this number, and it does something to you mentally. So I agree.
So let me ask you this, Dave. So you play in the NFL. What is it like when a team gets a quality guy comes into the fold? He's a leader right off the bat, right? I mean, he's not a rah-rah guy. He's lead by example. What's that do to your team? It's just another solid leader coming in.
In our locker room, like if we have a guy, like I remember, like we had a guy so we have, like, for example, if we have a coach, I want to use a coach, for example. If your coach is there, he's setting the tone for the game, the coaches.
Right.
Then your player has to be the conduit that's pushing that onto your team. So the guy that is that you can really rely on to communicate to the players, it really comes from the players.
Right.
Because the coach is just quiet.
Right.
You're going, I can't hear them over there. But it's a guy on the field that you can hear, that you can feel.
It's like an extra coach out on the field.
That's a very important. If you don't have that communication, there's no way to bleed that right into the player and their spirit.
Dave, I want to ask you, because when you have a guy in his last 104 games started, he has 419 solo tackles and 27 interceptions. What does that say to you?
He's a baller. I mean, like he's got an attitude. There's a defense. It's really an attitude.
It's an attitude.
Yeah. And you know,
swarm the ball, right?
The Eagles have a defensive attitude traditionally. The Steelers have a defensive attitude traditionally. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. Like it's great when you get some superstars, and some superstars were built right here. Well, our defense is nasty.
Well, and the best part about our defense is the defensive line, because did you see the way Jalen Carter manhandled the guys on the offensive line?
He injured him. He put Isaiah Wynn in the injury tent.
But not only, it wasn't just him. I mean, yeah, he injured that guy, but I mean, he had that push. They have that push off the ball, and that makes the secondary life, that makes their life easier, right?
Okay, before I came in here, the thing I prepared the most was to talk about or how good the secondary looks because of the defensive line.
Right.
Now, remember a guy named Dre Bly that played at University of North Carolina, and I've talked to him
for the
before.
Lions.
Yep, I've talked to him before about why he had 13 interceptions his senior year. Okay, that's a crazy amount of interceptions, because he would say, look, right on the line, you have 4 first-round draft picks on the line that he played behind.
Right.
So all they do is throw the ball out to make, bad decisions, and he is the recipient of the bad decision. And our defensive line is so good, and they push the quarterback so hard that you get that benefit. Now we got a defensive back that's really already he's a baller. Our defensive backfield is great now. I love where we're going.
You know what? One thing that kind of gets under my skin is when defensive back's covering a receiver and he has his back turned to the quarterback. You gotta locate the ball, and how you do that? You gotta look at the quarterback. That's why Darius Slay was able to make that interception off Tagovailoa last week. He saw where the ball was. He located,
tracked the ball.
He tracked the ball. He saw Tagovailoa's eyes looking downfield, and he went to that area.
I think the other thing with you,
plus he had pressure on him too.
He did. But the thing was, guys, so Slay and Bradbury are the only 2 cornerbacks in the NFL right now that have over 100 passes defended actively in the NFL. They're on the Eagles. So that tells you have 2 guys who are incredibly experienced. Now you're adding in Kevin Byard, who also is incredibly experienced. This team went from a team that made you scratch your head at times, like, man, I wonder how they're 6-1, 7-1, or whatever their record is going to be. And now you're like, no, I know why this team is good. And that makes a difference.
At this point, the personality, like I think all the questions are answered right here, right? So you looked at Miami. I'm sorry. Miami's a great offense. I don't know if they're a great team. They got beat badly by 2 teams that had a winning record.
Well, Josh, what was the stat that you had prior with the Dolphins, their opponent's record?
Their opponents, and the teams they beat.
Listen to this, Dave.
They were 5-26.
5-26.
They only played 2 good teams, and they lost to both of them, the Bills and the Eagles.
Right. So are they a good offense? Heck yeah. They got some crazy weapons there. As a team, you always say it, the big men beat up little guys.
And that's what Josh doesn't like when I say that.
Yeah.
No. I what I say is that you have to catch the little guy to beat him up.
Right.
Yeah. Right. That's true. But, I mean, that's what happened right here. You'll see and had a day. I mean,
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter had a day.
Jordan Davis
I told
you,
too. Me and Josh were the ones that picked the Eagles to win. I said 27-26.
I had the Dolphins last week.
Yeah, I had the Eagles.
Matter of fact, it was split. I think Grimes, he had the
well, all 4 of us split because
Guru, he had the Dolphins.
Guru had the Dolphins. You had the Dolphins. Me and Grimes had the Grimes had the Eagles though, because he said he didn't want to pick against the Eagles again and be wrong.
He wasn't feeling good about it. Hey, listen,
Grimes' score was closer than mine.
And tomorrow we got the Washington Commanders, a team that we just beat on the last second field goal, right, to win the game. Dave, what is it when you play a team twice? What's that like? Because you know your opponent, obviously divisional foe, but when you play them so close together? Is that
It'll
help or
so
hurt?
division opponents should be always close because you know
Right.
each other so well. You play each other 2 times every year for as long as you're there. You're going to play each other twice, so you're going to know those people. It doesn't have these big. You can't surprise anybody.
Right.
They know everything about you, and they draft to beat your divisional teams because you're going to see them over and over and over. So you kind of draft to beat that team. Right now, Eagles are the team to beat. But you always say they're not as good as you think you are, and you're not as bad as you think you are. But right now, what is the reals coming out, and the Eagles are starting to shine. Right, they're starting to show up. So I think our personality is built, and we believe in ourselves.
Yeah. All right. So we're broadcasting live here at La Scala's. This is the place to come on down and have a great dinner, watch the games. You have a big, huge bar with big screen TVs. We're here at La Scala's. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or try the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Hey, I want to tell you about Stanton Insurance Group. SIG Protection. Are the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with Stanton Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, business, Stanton will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit SIG Protection to get a free quote. That's SIGprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Dave Klemick, and Josh Hennick as we broadcast live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
And now a steal by Maxey. Maxey into the lane. Maxey with a two-hand slam.
It's Sixers Raptors tonight. Coverage begins at 7:30. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey.
The catch, the shot, the three. Swish.
97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hi, this is Dr. Brad Schaefer. As a podiatrist, I can tell you no two people's feet are alike, which is why I recommend Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotic inserts. They're customized for your feet, so you get a unique solution your feet really need, not just a one-size-fits-all insole. They're clinically proven to provide pain relief for achy feet, knees, lower back, plantar fasciitis, and heels. Take the Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotics assessment in Walmart today, now in the foot care aisle.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers excludes Corvette, excludes prior sales.
Everybody knows there's no beating Bennett. And right now, we're kicking off our end-of-year sell-down early with our best deals of the year. While most dealers are selling new vehicles at or above MSRP, Bennett's selling new Chevys at GM supplier employee prices. Yes, you pay what our supplier employees pay, not 1 penny more. Save even more with available 0% financing. And during our year-end sale, get our best offers ever on pre-owned vehicles. We'll pay a minimum $10,000 for any trade. Any trade. We don't care if it's got 1 million miles or 1 million dents. You still get a minimum $10,000 towards any pre-owned in stock. Imagine how much more you'll get if it's in good shape. And our non-commissioned sales staff is a delight to work with because they're paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. No need to negotiate, no hassles, no haggling. Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet in Egg Harbor Township and BennettChevy.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. Come on down. Beautiful view right on the beach here. The food is unbelievable. I got a menu right here, Dave Klemick. And the meatball trio is what I had both times that I've been here. But you got to try the breadboard, the regatta cheese breadboard. It's got honey in it. You dip it. It's almost like a dessert, but it's not. It's phenomenal.
Go order it.
Order one. We are going to order. Got to come down to La Scala's Beach House. Now, let's go. We've all summer long throughout the whole baseball season, every Sunday during the baseball season, Saturday during the playoffs, we get to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in our good buddy, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green. Good morning, Tina Green. I'm still not over it, Tommy. I mean, everybody, I'm sure you included, thought that we were going to the World Series this year. I know. Tommy, how much do you put this on Rob Thompson? Because there's some question about the way he used his bullpen, not pinch hitting for Rojas when they had So how much do you put this on Robbie Thompson?
Tommy,
right.
Tommy, this is Josh. I wanted to ask you, because with that being said, your top 3 hitters in the lineup, Schwarber, Turner, Harper, they combined to go 1 for 20 in game 6 and 7. These are, Harper's a future Hall of Famer. These are some great players. How does something like that happen in a game 6 and 7?
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green. All baseball season, we had him on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. Tommy, Aaron Nola, very inconsistent this year. We talked about it all season long with you, but he gets to the playoffs, and throughout the year, he's a horse. He shows up every 5th day. I thought he pitched really well throughout the whole playoffs, despite the fact that he was gave up 3 runs in Game 6. I still thought that he really pitched well. Do you think the Phillies going to bring him back? Right. Yeah. Right. Right. I'm paying Nola.
Tommy, speaking of pitching, do the Phillies have enough in their bullpen? Do you think that they need more arms, or do you think that the guys they currently have, the Hoffmans, your Alvarado, your Dominguez, are those guys good enough?
Right. And I'm sure.
Right.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I know. Well, you know what, and look, Tommy, he's just. I mean, he pitched in what, double A, single A, double A, triple A, and then he's in the next thing you know, he's in the playoffs. This is obviously beneficial to him for future, playoff games. I mean, he's get experience. Right. Hey. Right. Right. We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green. T. Green, what do you make about Taiwan Walker? You see what he's tweeting after the game that he's being disrespected. He didn't get any time. What do you make of that?
Yeah.
I love it. Right. Right. Do you think Topper's going to bring him in and talk to him? Right, right.
Rob Rob Thompson did say at the press conference that he is planning to talk to him.
Right.
So, obviously,
I mean, the guy, he did have 15 wins this year. I mean, I know that he got a lot of run support, but you saw him standing there on the top of the dugout. Part of the team, yeah.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You got that right. All right, Tommy. Yeah. Tommy, we wanted to bring you on one more time. We had a fantastic year, 2 years in a row, Tommy Green, that you've been with us. We've been on the mound with you, and the Phillies have turned in 2 great seasons. And in the end, even though we didn't get to the World Series, I think it was a successful season. And I don't want to hear anybody complaining about the song. Everybody loved the song when we were winning, and all of a sudden, I've been seeing tweets and posts like they're tired of the song. Guess what? When we were winning, you're not tired of it. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Well, Tommy, listen, man, I want to say thank you so much. We had a great year. We really, really enjoy having you on and get your perspective on baseball and the Phillies, and hopefully we'll do it again next year. Thanks, Tommy. All right, there he is, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green on the mound. We go on the mound throughout the whole baseball season. We were lucky enough to have Tommy Green with us on the mound. With Tommy Green is brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for Designated Drivers, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Of course, I want to thank Bill Elliott for sponsoring the Tommy Green segment. It was a lot of fun having Tommy Green with us. All right, the first hour of the locker room was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, I want to tell you about Captain Chucky's in Sea Isle City. Try their famous crab cakes, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano's stuffed breads, pierogies from the pierogi kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. That's 609-905-CRAB, or visit CaptainChuckySeaIsle.com. Go down there and say hello to John and Kathy McCann at 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle to see if they have online ordering and local delivery is available. That's Captain Chucky's in Sea Isle. It's crab with an attitude. And just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But we're aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemick, Josh Hennick, as we broadcast live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 8, and the Eagles are down in D.C. tomorrow against their NFC East rivals, the Washington Commanders.
Back goes Howell. He pumps. He looks. They've got him! They've got him!
Eagles radio network coverage begins at noon. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 1 p.m. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
Jenkins Plumbing and Heating at jenkinsandsons.com. Piccalilli Inn. Nobody beats the Piccalilli, Route 206 in Chemong. Frank Vincent Windows, Roofing, Siding, and Doors make your home look new again. BMW of Atlantic City. Shop our complete inventory online at bmwatlanticcity.com. Ocean Casino. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. And First Bank of Sea Isle.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools?
It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort this football season. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine.
This place is incredible.
The food is phenomenal. And then Ryan, the manager, just brought meatballs. The meatballs. There's 5 of them here, so there's plenty for us, Dave.
Well, they were sitting on the edge of the counter there, and we're all staring at them, steaming, and I just went and got them.
So for those who don't know, because Billy and I had the meatballs last week, they're absolutely incredible. They taste like their homemade grandmother's meatballs.
Yeah, like your grandma.
And it's great because so for someone like me and Billy, you'll understand when I say this. So I remember when I was a kid, my great grandmother, we used to go over. She spoke half Italian, half English, so it was like mix and match.
She starts cooking at like 10 in the morning, right? The whole house permeates with that smell.
She's wandering around, the house, yelling at everybody, manja, you got to eat. And I remember these meatballs remind me of her. She would serve you so much food, and she would get mad if you couldn't finish all the food. And it's kind of a similar thing here at La Scala's Beach House. These meatballs, they look like the meatballs you would get from your grandmother's house.
Dave, they got steam coming up off them. Look at this. All right. I said something to Tommy Green, and I want to talk to you about this, Josh.
Sure.
All of a sudden, and Dave, the atmosphere, the song,
Dancing on My Own.
Stott's song when he walks up to the plate. I love that one. But Dancing on Their Own, that was fun. Everybody was into it. Everybody was singing. They're winning. And all of a sudden, the Phillies lose, and I'm seeing on Twitter and Instagram, they don't like the song. It's overrated.
Well, because the song represents losing now.
2 years in a row. Did
they win the World Series this year?
No, but the atmosphere, it energized everybody, Josh.
Well, no. The atmosphere is there whether the song is there or not. Philadelphia still has one of the all-time greatest home field advantages.
That enhanced it? Like
winning enhances it.
I know, but while we were winning, Dave, you saw the atmosphere in the clubhouse. The guys were, the celebration, the champagne celebration was fun, but they were dancing and having fun, and everybody felt a part of it.
I can find a million songs to dance to. It doesn't need to be
so
dancing.
So you just don't like that particular song. It could be any other song.
It could be any song. Right. I don't care.
I happen to like it. What say you, Dave?
Let's see. Virginia Tech, they have a song.
Right.
It's Metallica and or Sandman.
Sandman,
right?
yeah.
When they're winning, losing, whatever, there is energy.
But
in
college
the
football is different than professional sport.
Yeah, but people equated college football, especially the SEC games, to the Citizens Bank Park.
Yes, but the Citizens Bank Park wasn't crazy because of Dancing on My Own.
No,
it was crazy because the Philly fans are the best
but Dave,
fans.
I think it's sour grapes that people are taking their time to tweet that they don't like the song.
Well, we're tired of we're so upset that we lost. We should have beat Arizona.
We should have.
The Philadelphia fans, I thought we were going to be these softer fans. Now these more
that's
accepting fans. So
you're
saying, if you're going to cut it right there, but that's what we do. That's our problem. That's why we fired. Why we fire guys that are head coaches. They're very successful coaches. I don't even want to say it.
Well, here's the thing. But we don't fire them. The teams fire.
No, but you basically run them out of town.
Like, for example, nobody wanted Doug Peterson fired. Nobody wanted Doug Peterson fired. The organization fired him. So I think the fans had their way. Doug Peterson would be still coaching a team right now.
Here's one thing that's true. Now the players are dancing on their own.
No, they're going home.
They're going home, and they'll dance on their own. They're not going to be dancing with their teammates because they're out. And then, by the way, did you watch the World Series last night?
Barely.
I watched a little bit of it.
It went extra innings. It was
a
great game.
Yeah, I was staying up for it. But, seeing things like that.
Oh, all we do was we would in Kansas City we had AC/DC Thunderstruck, right?
Yeah.
That's what we came out to. Win, lose, or draw. The crowd loved it, so we gave it to them. The crowd loves it. They'll give them what they
Well,
want.
the crowd says they don't want it. Do you still give it to them?
No.
All right. Coming up, hour 2, we're talking to the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sheridan live from Las Vegas, and we'll talk with Mac Young. He's my columnist and covers Penn State football for the locker room at BillySwine.com. Stay with us. We're broadcasting live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on 97.3 ESPN with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
I just think the Eagles are the team to beat in the NFC, and they added an all-pro safety in Kevin Byard. Now, is he what he was a few years ago? No. But is he better than Terrell Edmonds? Hell yes. And now pairing him with Reed Blankenship, I feel a lot better about the back end of that defense. They already got Big Play Slay and James Bradbury on the corners. They're fine at that spot, but having somebody on the back end of that defense, the last line of defense, and the key communicator when it comes to the secondary, making sure you don't have blown coverages and leave guys wide open, I think that's going to be huge in terms of leadership for a group in that back end. So I love the addition of Kevin Byard. I think this makes the Eagles the prohibitive favorite in the NFC to go to the Super Bowl.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
This is the lunch rush at your local deli. Orders are flying in. Online, on the phone, and in person.
Order for Nick.
So is it possible that fast internet could help your business outrun the rush? It is with Comcast Business. Up-leveling your speed with gig speed Wi-Fi, powering all your devices, and fast downloads and uploads, powered by the next generation 10G network. With Comcast Business, next level speed isn't just possible, it's happening. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online to learn more. Ends 11/12/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments. New 50 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and compatible router.
Now's the time to get your place ready for company with up to 40% off select online bath at the Home Depot, because the holidays are coming to town. And so are your friends, your family, and their friends and family. So let the Home Depot help get your bathroom guest ready with the Tabana Vanity and the matte black Oswell faucet from Glacier Bay. For more storage and a new modern look, refresh your space with up to 40% off select online bath. Plus, get free delivery on all online vanities and faucets from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
When you open the BetParx app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the energy of being all in, the passion of a perfect parlay, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's another opportunity to win big every day of the week. Sign up for BetParx and get a welcome offer today. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. BetParx.
Must be 21 in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
Joe Conklin here, and I'm excited to cheer on the Philadelphia 76ers this season with Mark's Casino. Mark's Casino, the #1 casino in Pennsylvania, is the official local casino partner of the 76ers. That's right. Two of the best brands in the Philadelphia area are joined together to bring fans what they love most, wins. Remember to tune into 76ers games to get in on the Parks offers for fans and to see me live at 360 at Parks Casino. Visit parkscasino.com for tickets. This is how you win. This is how you win. 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
South Jersey's play-by-play home for the Eagles,
Touchdown!
Sixers,
It's good!
and Flyers.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Red 83!
Welcome to the Locker
locker room. Vince Papale, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Scala's Beach House right here in Brigantine. Beautiful view. We're right on the beach, Dave Clinic. And it's a beautiful sunshiny day. And Josh Hennig, we just had meatballs dropped off. We had some meatballs between the break. They were phenomenal.
There's
Absolutely.
nothing better than a La Scala's
My
Beach
gosh.
House meatball.
And, I just came back from Kansas City, and the one thing that they don't have, they have a lot of good stuff. They really redid the Power and Light District and the downtown and everything. They don't have the ocean.
They don't have the ocean. They got palm trees, right? In the yard that's fenced in here.
People are actually on the beach this morning.
It's beautiful. All right. Well, our next guest, he's a big baseball guy. You can catch him on MLB, Bostonian versus the book. You follow him on Twitter at SportsBCakeAndSig. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in our good buddy live from Las Vegas, the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sherapan joins us. Hey, there,
hello, gentlemen.
Brotherly love. I need that, Dave.
Good to see both of you. Josh, too. Wow, look, you guys are on remote. This is great. Looking at the beach.
How about a meatball? You want a meatball?
I'm good. I would love one. Actually, that would be great. That would be a great breakfast. I'm sure they're delicious. It's only 8:00 here, so I don't know meatballs for breakfast. I've done it before. Believe me, that's fine. I usually, try to wear something and try to keep you guys hyped up and everything. I wore black today, and I wore the Sixers hat because all my Philly stuff is put away, and it's not a funeral, but it's over. And last week you guys were so in the doldrums, and I had to pick you up and get you through the segment. I felt so bad. I hung up and I was like, boy, those guys are they're in a bad place right now. It's gonna be okay, and then it wasn't.
And
Lose
it wasn't.
game 6 and 7. At least you guys are looking at the beach. I mean, how
We
bad
got
is
a
that?
beautiful view of the beach. The food here is phenomenal.
Oh.
La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. Dave, when you come back here, we're going to come here for dinner. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. But Dave, what a tough pill for us to swallow.
Oh, no.
You come back you're up 3 games to 2.
Yeah.
You got games 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And we can only score 3 runs. It's like, and I heard Larry Anderson say it. I've heard other people national. You live by the home run, you die by it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with this, plain and simple.
The Phillies hit 24 home runs in a postseason. 20 of them were solo shots.
Yes.
Okay. I got that from MLB Network. They send me these stats. It's unbelievable. Arizona scored first. They're undefeated until last night. Oh, no, Texas scored first last night anyway. So, yeah, that doesn't count. Every time they've scored first in a game, they've won. Every time they've stolen a base in a game, they've won until last night. That was the other one. It's not personal, Billy, Dave, Josh. I bet Arizona in game 6 and game 7. This is the business of the book. Like, you got to bet who you think is going to win.
You don't understand. If you want to make money, you got to bet the right side.
You got to do it. You got to do it. I mean, Billy, I got all the different model Arizona hats right here because I've been wearing them. So it's too soon. It's too soon. I didn't want to wear it. That's why I got the Philly hat.
That's the 2001
I got one foot on a
hat.
ledge and the other one on a banana peel, and you put an Arizona hat on.
I know. I moved it. I took it off. I don't want to mess you up while you're eating the meatballs and at the beach. I don't want you to choke on a meatball or get the sauce in your throat. Nothing. Sorry about that.
We're talking with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sherapan, live from Las Vegas. I guess I talked to a friend of mine who does a book, and he said he won so much money, people were all taking the Phillies.
Oh, Billy, that was a good. That was a good result for the book. There's no
right?
There's no doubt about it. A lot of people were betting the Phillies. Yeah, I can tell you this, boys. I haven't really. I put it out there a little bit. I talked about it on the show. I have a ticket that the World Series Exact is a fun bet that you can make before the playoffs, even during the season. You pick this team over this team, and I had some Phillies tickets, and they all lost. But I have a ticket on the Rangers to beat the Diamondbacks, 375 to 1.
Wow.
And I have a ticket on the Diamondbacks to beat the Rangers at 400 to 1.
So either way, you're going to win.
Man, you're going to win, Dave.
It doesn't matter who wins. I can relax. That game last night, if I had a side with the back and the fourth, all I had was the over last night. I was good to go. But yeah, it doesn't matter.
When did you place that bet, Dave?
I placed those the day before the playoffs started.
Oh my gosh.
And then when both teams were down 3-2, I went and bought another ticket on Texas over Arizona. It was 80 to 1. And I went and bought another ticket on Arizona over Texas, and it was 100 to 1. 4 days ago. So you always got to be looking, Billy. You get on that phone. I know you start scrolling. You put the readers on. There's numbers that you can't see all the time. It's why
that's why I rely on you, Sportsbook.
Well, that's what we're trying to help you, Billy. We're trying to
let's turn our attention.
You should
to
listen to Josh more. You should definitely listen to Josh more.
I have the book on for a specific reason because you're very entertaining.
Yeah, and the book is telling you to listen to me. He's giving you free advice.
He won't do it, Josh. Dave, listen to Josh a little bit. I'm telling you, just do it. Just do it. Go ahead.
All right, let's now listen. I like to talk about games that I'm going to watch with you.
Yep.
He likes to make money. I like to have my
two
heart
different things.
invested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
One game that I've been to 3 times.
Ooh.
Is the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, Georgia, Florida.
You've been there 3 times.
3
to Jacksonville?
times. I've been down there. It's phenomenal.
And he survived that.
And I survived.
Wow. I can't believe they got you off the beach to go to the football game, Billy. I can't believe they got you off the beach to go to the football game. I'm shocked by this.
Yeah.
But you're taking Georgia today, right?
I'm asking you.
Georgia. I like Georgia in a blowout. It's one of those games. We've been discussing this all week on Bostonian versus the book. Matt likes Florida because it's the first game without Bowers.
Right.
I know it's the first game without Bowers. They know it's the first game without Bowers. It's a talent difference, okay? I don't think Florida's going to be able to score enough points to cover the spread. They got to get 20 points. If they get 20 points, they can cover the spread because Georgia's probably going to get 31 or 34. So if you like Florida to get 20 points, you take them. If you don't, like me, you take Georgia to win by more than 14 and a half.
Dave, I like the under in that game, 49.5. I think without Bowers, Georgia didn't score more than 31 points, like you said. I think it's probably like a 31-10, 31-13.
That's my score, Josh. 31-10. That's it. They get a
Brilliant
touchdown
minds
and a
think
field
alike.
goal. Boom.
All right, here's a game that Billy is not watching. I want to ask you about, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about the undefeated Air Force against Colorado State. Personally, I have the over 47 in that game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of defense. What do you think?
Wow.
That game's at 7.
I don't know who stops who in that game.
Right.
Why is the number so low? 1. I'm telling you, something's working with Air Force. They're probably going to win and cover. Okay. It's Josh, you're literally the first person to ask me all week about that game. That is a tremendous move. Mike Carlin would be proud of you. That was awesome.
Yeah, but at least I'm asking you about a team that's undefeated in college football. I'm not asking you about Ball State.
I know. I'm trying to find a stat or two on that.
I could have asked you about UMass versus Army, but I didn't.
Threw you a curveball, Dave.
I know. No, listen. We hit curveballs. I can go the other way with it.
Better you than me.
Go to the opposite field.
Yeah, for sure. Always go the other way. Yeah, Air Force and under. Air Force and under.
Oh, you're going to go under.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Another case of the Dogs not scoring enough points. But that's a tight number. That's a tight window. Good luck, Josh. I'm going to write that down. You caught me off guard.
Later on tonight, Tennessee, Kentucky.
By the way, really quick, Air Force, to double check, this hit the over in 4 of their last 5 games.
Excellent work, sir. All right, you're probably right with the total.
Your turn.
So Tennessee is giving Kentucky 4 points.
Yeah.
You like that? The over and under is 51.
Kentucky's a hard team to figure out, and I think the odds makers are having a little trouble figuring it out. The market liked Tennessee until they played last week against Alabama, and now they're. Right. I think they're a little bit undervalued in the spot. Billy, I like Tennessee. I think Tennessee's the side. Yeah, I think Tennessee's the side.
Because I'm going to play that because you give me the advice.
Now, Dave, you'll still be. This is your time zone, but Billy might be asleep by the time this game goes to halftime.
I will be. Yep.
I want to ask you about Colorado at UCLA. Colorado coming off the bye week against UCLA. Over under 61.5. I think one of the best bets in college football this year, Dave, has been going over
60.
Well, still over 61, 60, half a dozen, one or the other. Colorado don't have a good defense, Dave.
At all. And it's crazy you said that. I just tweeted at Sports BK and Sig, friend of mine, Patrick Everson, and a guy that works at BetMGM here in town at the Mirage, just put out that there's not a single ticket on UCLA in that game.
Wow.
So
one
the
ticket.
public loves the dog. And when the public loves the dog, my buddy Chris Felica, the Bear, who's on the Fox Morning Show, says it's a dog with fleas. And he's right. Okay. The public dog is no good. UCLA is probably going to run them out of the Rose Bowl. All right. Wow. Don't normally say that. That is a blowout. Josh, there's a big move on that game under. The initial number was 64, and it's down to 61. I personally am on the under and expecting a game like UCLA had last week against Stanford where they keep the other team down. It's an underrated defense, but they're probably going to light up the offense. How about 49-10? Something like that. 42-17, something like that.
Here's the problem with that score you just gave.
Yep.
You're assuming UCLA is going to play defense.
Well, that's you know what happens when you assume stuff, right? You make
he doesn't know what. He doesn't know squadouche.
Nobody does. Nobody does, Billy. Nobody does.
Billy, you got one more game for him?
Well, you know what? There's another 3:30 game. I'll probably watch it. It's just the Notre Dame.
Oh,
Pitt
he'll
game.
watch it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll watch Notre Dame Pitt because the pageantry Notre Dame. I love.
You can hear that game on 97.3 ESPN today.
So let's look at that game, Dave.
Wow, I'm impressed. See, Josh knew that you could hear the game, but Billy did not know that. There's no question about that. This is why you have to listen to Josh. Please, 20.5 and 45 is the total. Okay. Again, a math problem. You like the favorite, you go over. You like the dog, you go under. Pitt somehow lost that game last week with that slide. I don't know when you start a slide, when you finish a slide. Where's the mark? I don't know. Pitt should have won.
That was a bad call.
Oh, it was a bad call. Especially
how do you miss that?
I don't know, Billy. You gotta get.
Why wasn't that replay? Why wasn't
needed
that
your
replay?
glasses, Billy? Get the readers on. Get those readers on. So,
why did they? Why wasn't that? Could they replay that?
I don't know. No, I think they couldn't review. It wasn't a booth review, or then the booth review upheld the bad call. Who knows?
Yeah.
Notre Dame keeps Pitt from scoring. There's a lot of blowout games this week in college football.
Pitt is not a good football team.
Pitt is not a good football team. They're not going to score. I think you got to play under 45, but you can't because Notre Dame could put up 48 themselves. That's one of those ones where they may get right again this week and run the ball. I like Notre Dame, Billy.
All right.
It's a lot of chalk, a lot of favorites for you.
A lot of
A lot of buys this week, too. A lot of teams on buy.
Yeah.
All right, Sportsbook and Siglary. As always, we love having you on. You can follow them on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. Bostonian versus the book. I guess MLB will be shutting it down with you for a little while, at least until next year, right?
Well, we might be going down to Arizona. Depending on who wins the game tonight, we might be going down to Arizona next week.
Nice.
I'll let you know. Eagles this week. Are you laying or taking, Billy? I mean, it's a nasty game in the division, and I know you want to take the Eagles, don't you?
Dave, the thing is with these conference games, the division games, they're tough to read. I mean, it's always a dogfight.
I'm taking, and here's why. They're without their starting left guard, Charles, this week for Washington. Washington has allowed the most sacks in the NFL. Sam Howell's been sacked 40 times this year. He is on pace to break David Carr's all-time record of 78 sacks. He's on pace to be sacked 90 times. Eagles by 10.
Wow, there you go.
How do you get up in the morning when you get sacked all those times? I actually would take the points. So I'm just putting that out there. I think I would take Washington. This is one of those snooze fest games. Dead under. Eagles just get by, win by 4, maybe push on 7. Josh, you're all over it. I love it. Good job, boys.
There he is, the Sportsbook in Siglary, Dave Sharapan, live from Las Vegas. As always, Dave, we appreciate you. He's got the Arizona hat.
I want to leave you with this look, boys. Have a good night.
There he is.
Later. Enjoy the beach. Save me a meatball. Goodbye.
All right, there's the book on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Want to remind people, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. All right, we're here at La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. This is the place to come. The food is delicious. It opened this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of homemade Italian and seafood favorites, plus their famous pizzas. Everything is generously portioned and great for sharing.
Plus their famous meatballs, too.
Which we have meatballs right here, Dave Clemick. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open from 4 to 10 p.m. on Wednesdays and 11:30 to 10 Thursday through Sunday, located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. You'll love their cozy leather booths, the huge bar. They got big screen TVs all around the bar. They got a game day menu at LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker room as we broadcast live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. Dave Clemick, Billy Schwein, Josh Henning right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's Week 8, and the Eagles are down in D.C. tomorrow against their NFC East rivals, the Washington Commanders.
Back goes Howell. He pumps. He looks. They've got him! They've got him!
Eagles radio network coverage begins at noon. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 1 p.m. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
GMS Law. Make the right call with 4 convenient locations to serve you and at gmslaw.com. Boardwalk Honda. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas online at boardwalkhonda.com. The Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pools. Unique fan gear and gifts for every fan of every team. Cape Regional Hospital. Your healthcare partner for a healthier life in Cape May County. Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Choose better banking. And South Jersey Gas.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
With GMF financing, to qualify buyers excludes Corvette, excludes prior sales.
Everybody knows there's no beating Bennett. And right now, we're kicking off our end-of-year sell-down early with our best deals of the year. While most dealers are selling new vehicles at or above MSRP, Bennett's selling new Chevys at GM supplier employee prices. Yes, you pay what our supplier employees pay, not 1 penny more. Save even more with available 0% financing. And during our year-end sale, get our best offers ever on pre-owned vehicles. We'll pay a minimum $10,000 for any trade. Any trade. We don't care if it's got 1 million miles or 1 million dents. You still get a minimum $10,000 towards any pre-owned in stock. Imagine how much more you'll get if it's in good shape. And our non-commissioned sales staff is a delight to work with because they're paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. No need to negotiate, no hassles, no haggling. Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet in Egg Harbor Township and BennettChevy.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. Come on down. We're here with Dave Clemick, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Josh Henne. And as we're sitting here, we're looking at a beautiful Atlantic Ocean, and I just saw a dolphin jump out of the water. Like dolphins are swimming.
He was like a little kid.
It's beautiful. I mean, I've seen dolphins like the dolphin, but very rarely do I see him pearl out of the water like that.
I missed it, but
look, we got a little west wind. We got some waves. I'm surprised there's no more surfers in the water. All right, Josh, I want to sneak in a little Sixers because the Sixers opened up Thursday night.
Yes,
and they played
in Milwaukee.
The much improved Milwaukee Bucks, I might add. But I thought this team had they got off to a slow start. They were down like 18 points, and they showed me some moxie, some fight. They brought themselves all the way back. Nick Nurse, Joel Embiid turned the ball over 7 times. So
7 of the team's 15 turnovers.
I'm not going to blame him because he's our MVP.
I am going to blame him.
But Kelly Oubre, 20 pumped in 27. Tyrese Maxey looked good. I thought this team was like I had no hope because of the James Harden situation. Now I'm not so sure, Josh.
Listen,
they looked pretty good game one.
First of all, they would have won the game if Embiid wasn't playing like an idiot.
Right.
Okay. And this is what frustrates me. You mentioned Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey goes for 31. Oubre gets the 27 off the bench. By the way. All right. Tobias Harris was perfect shooting.
Was he 9 for 9?
He was 6 for 8.
Oh, okay.
But think about that.
He was perfect from the 3 line. That's what he was.
Oh, for the free throw line. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But you have a situation where Kelly Oubre got to the foul line more than Joel Embiid did. It's like Embiid. How are you in your 8th season in the NBA and you're still turning the ball over 7 times? At some point, I don't know, man.
Dave, you can speak to this as a former player. When you do self-inflicted wounds, like a turnover is a self-inflicted wound. You know what I mean? You're not taking care of the ball. So if a quarterback throws an interception, a pitcher leaves a ball out over the plate,
right?
A hockey, a defenseman turns
a goaltender leaves his net.
These are all things that can be prevented. Stop. Why does he keep making these same from a professional standpoint of view?
Well, you're making a really good point because it's one of those things that it's not a stat that you're going to read very much of, like who turned the ball over. No one's ever going to go, that guy had 32 points. He had this, that. But turning the ball
when you
over,
lose, that'll be magnified.
But as a normal person watching the game, you're looking at the stats. You don't see that. And those matter to a coach and stuff like that. But that, mentally, it's just these mistakes that you just get lazy on your processes. The lazy processes, like you just have to sharpen the process. It'll probably improve itself.
David, can Nick Nurse? We went from a doctor, now we got a nurse. Right? Can you talk to he won the MVP. He's a big star of the team. How much an impact can a coach bring you in and say, listen, Joel, you gotta stop turning the ball over?
Yeah, I mean, when you're having attitude, depends your attitude.
Right.
You can accept it and make changes. The better you get, the less you want to hear from your coach.
Right.
So, it depends how he accepts the information. Now we'll see.
Well, listen, if he doesn't accept the information, then get rid of him. Because
that's another thing I want to bring up to you real quick before we get to the break here. But there's been a lot of rumors with the New York Knicks of Julius Randle.
They're unsubstantiated rumors. They're not reported.
Couple draft picks
look at the source of the information. Who's reporting it? Nobody substantial. Nobody of substance. So I don't take those reports seriously.
I got to be honest with you. Mike Carlin, our co-host on Sundays, Mike Carlin was on his way up to Connecticut. He was listening to the fan up in New York, and apparently they were really. He was calling me like, "You should hear him talking about this Embiid trade
because they want to have something to talk about."
All right.
Well, okay. So I'm supposed to get excited because a bunch of guys on a radio station.
So we're on a radio station.
Yeah, exactly. So if Billy Schwein walks into La Scala's and Brigantine and tells me Joel Embiid is going to trade to the Sixers, I'm not allowed to ask where you got the information from.
No, but I wouldn't say unless I got it from a good source. But
maybe you have more reputable.
Dave, I wouldn't just say something for the sake of saying it, make it up.
Well, a lot of people do though.
Let me tell you,
just make it up out of thin air.
People do all the time. Look at Howard Eskin.
I think people look to us to kind of give them more information than they know and relay it down.
Right.
I will say this: I'm a rookie. I'm the rookie here. Well, actually, my second year. You guys do know a lot, and Josh is a darn encyclopedia.
He's an encyclopedia, this guy.
But we still
listen. Also set up the live remote too.
Don't we still listen to the radio and we watch TV? Yeah. So we kind of are relaying things around, but we just kind of hyper focus and study, and other people don't study.
So let me. All right, real quick.
Yeah.
We get the break. Would you make that trade? Would you trade Joel Embiid for Randall? And I forget who else was put into that, but then 2 draft choices, number ones.
My position is this.
Because we don't have any draft choices till 29.
Well, that's why I'm glad you brought that up, because you walked right into my point. So good job by you.
Thank you, Josh.
I want to get a draft pick back potentially.
Right.
So what I do is I wait out this year.
Okay.
If it doesn't work out this year, you blow it up. Because when you dumped the Al Horford contract a couple of years ago, remember that?
Yeah.
You traded a top first-round protected pick in 2025.
Right.
Well, how do you get a top pick in 2025? You're not good in 2024-25.
Right.
That's next season. So my theory is we should give one more year to see it works. If it doesn't work, move on from Embiid, dump all the random veteran contracts, let Maxey have 1 year to be Allen Iverson, lose a bunch of games, and then get that first round pick back.
We'll see.
In 2025.
After the first game, even though it was a 1-point loss, they played well against me. I mean, for the first game.
Right. Imagine if Embiid woke up.
Gave me some hope, Josh.
It didn't look like he was slumbering the
right.
whole time.
I mean, I've got hope after watching that first game.
Well, hope is a powerful thing, Billy.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, a wedding, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Let me tell you about Stanton Insurance Group. SIG protection. Are the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with Stanton Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, business, Stanton Insurance Group will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com for a free quote. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll be talking with Mac Young. He's my columnist that covers Penn State. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Clemick, Josh Hennick, as we broadcast live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey later today on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app with Tim Saunders and Todd Fedora calling all the play-by-play action.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
It's Flyers Ducks later today. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey on the radio home of the Flyers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN, and listen live on the free mobile app.
He scores!
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
And if you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Now's the time to get your place ready for company with up to 40% off select online bath at the Home Depot, because the holidays are coming to town. And so are your friends, your family, and their friends and family. So let the Home Depot help get your bathroom guest ready with the Tabana vanity and the matte black Oswell faucet from Glacier Bay. For more storage and a new modern look, refresh your space with up to 40% off select online bath. Plus, get free delivery on all online vanities and faucets from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Your palace awaits. Caesars Palace Online Casino is now live. Download today and register using code RADIOLAUNCH. New users get a $10 sign-up bonus, a 100% deposit match up to $1,000, and 2,500 reward credits after wagering $25. Must be 21 and physically present in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or Virginia. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonuses. Full terms and wagering requirements at CaesarsPalaceOnline.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In West Virginia, all games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN, the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here broadcasting live from We're going to stay for some food afterwards.
Oh, absolutely.
We're not going to be leaving. The food's too good. the atmosphere, the ambiance. We're looking at the Atlantic Ocean. It's beautiful, beautiful sunshiny day. The food's great. They got big screen TVs. You watch all your favorite games, all the action. One team that I very rarely get a chance to watch this year because they're always on at 12 noon. So by the time I get to where I'm going, it's already halftime plus. So we have this year on my website, thelockerroom.BillySchwein.com. Mac Young is a student up at Penn State. He also writes for my website. He's a columnist who covers Penn State football. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in to the locker room my columnist for the locker room, BillySchwein.com, Mac Young. Good morning, Mac. It's beautiful. Are you home yet? Did you come home yet, Mac? All right. Mac, what is going on with Penn State? By the way, you write a great article. You've been doing a great job writing for the lockerroom, BillySchwein.com. I recommend that everybody check out his article once a week. He posted on Friday. But I really had high expectations for Penn State, and I like the quarterback for Penn State, Drew Allard. I like after the post-game interview, he was very upset about losing to Ohio State. But why can't Penn State beat Ohio State? James Franklin can't. He's like 1-7, I believe, or 0-7. 1-9. And Mac, I think what a big problem for Penn State was they were I think over 15 on third down.
Mac, this is Josh. I want to ask you, it's kind of a twofold question because you mentioned about the coach, and the coach James Franklin has been getting a lot of criticism because how the offense is being run, about how they're not opening up the offense, and it seems like there's a disconnect between what you mentioned. Like, you have this quarterback who was so highly lauded, but frankly on the field he doesn't look very good. He looks uncomfortable. He doesn't look like he's settled in at all this year. We're more than halfway into the season. So, how much of blame needs to be put on James Franklin for this situation?
Yeah, this is Dave Klemick, and I'm my mom's a Penn Stater. My dad was a Penn Stater. Everything. We're Penn State family. James Franklin. I know a little bit about him because I coached Austin Johnson. And John, and he had this. I'm not even get in trouble for this, but he actually would say the thing with James Franklin was he is just like a public figure. He really doesn't connect with his players very much. No, he might in public, but it's lost in translation. There's not he doesn't really connect to
identify
his
with
players.
the players.
No. So he does all the interviews and he sounds great, but he doesn't really connect back with the players as much. And that's my criticism on that. What is your take on that?
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know what the thing is, and if we talked about this the other day, do you play your contract? You play above your contract for your coach. So if you're a team that has all 4-star recruits and Ohio State has all 5-star recruits, the only way to beat that team is with heart. So you're going to have to find some heart. And if your coach isn't providing heart, you're the provider of heart.
Well, then that goes back to the age-old question, which has been asked. And Mac, you haven't been at Penn State forever, obviously, but I feel like for the last 8 years, the question has been, why is James Franklin the head coach of this football team? So, I mean, at some point, like, doesn't the university as a whole have to ask that question and not just be like, oh, well,
because there are coaches
contract.
Like there are coaches that can only get you so far. They can't get you over the hump. Right. And he seems to be like one of those coaches.
Only can take you so far.
Yeah. We're talking with Mac Young. He's a columnist for the Locker Room with BillySchwein.com. Does a great article posted every Friday morning. You check it out and keep up with Penn State football. One last thing, Mac, after losing last week, what was the atmosphere around campus? I mean, you lose one game and then you got Michigan coming up, which is a juggernaut for them. But what's the atmosphere like around campus? Be careful what you wish for, right?
Right.
They could, yeah. Well, they'll get right against Indiana. They're 31-point favorites.
Indiana is not good.
Indiana, they can run it up against them. All right, Mac. Listen, man, we really appreciate having you on, taking time. I know you're home for the weekend. Thank you. You're doing a fabulous job writing for the Locker Room, BillySchwein.com. Keep up the good work, and let's go Penn State. All right, there he is, Mac Young on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. We haven't, because of the Phillies, we haven't really had a chance to talk about Penn State and really get into college football like we normally do.
Sure, but why should you? If,
well, I know.
If you got other things to talk about. I mean, there's only Yeah, Billy, you're only on for 4 hours every weekend.
I know.
We've talked more about Colorado than we did.
Yeah, right.
Than we did Penn State this year. Yeah.
Well, Colorado's got a better coach.
Do you think James Franklin is how much rope they're going to give him?
They've given him too much already.
They've already given too much. I mean,
it's shocking he hasn't hanged himself with it.
Yes, like again, we have 4-star recruits. Ohio State has 5-star
Right,
recruits.
right.
You gotta play with heart. You have to have a coach that is in love with their players, and the players are in love with their coach, and then you can beat teams like that by heart.
And he knows because he Dick you played under Dick Vermeil, so he knows about heart.
But you mentioned Colorado. The reason why we talk about Colorado is because Deion Sanders basically turned over an entire college roster of kids, and he's got them playing above their skis. So whereas James Franklin, he's given all this talent, and it's like, okay, now what? Like, I would say if you swapped Franklin and Deion Sanders, Deion's probably getting more out of the Penn State.
Oh, no, you hear Deion talking.
He's not a politician.
No,
he's keeping it real.
Straight from the heart.
Yeah.
I love it. I think Deion Sanders doing a great job.
People better be careful. In a couple of years, he could be playing with national champions.
He said that. He goes, watch. He said, "You get me now."
Yeah.
Get me now. And I thought that was really cool. Like, all right, get me now, because it's not going to happen a couple years down the road. All right. Guys, this day flying by. We're here at La Scala's. Beautiful, beautiful view, ambiance here, but the food is that much better. We got meatballs we're going to get into, and I'm looking forward to that. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, a wedding, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Hey, I want to tell you about Captain Chucky's. They're in Sea Isle City. Try their famous crab cakes, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano stuffed breads, pierogies for the pierogi kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. That's 609-905-CRAB. Or visit CaptainChuckySeaIsle.com. Go down there and say hello to owners John and Kathy McCann at 4111 Landis Avenue to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery is available. That's Captain Chucky's in Sea Isle. It's crab with an attitude. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and seems fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemick, Josh Henning, as we broadcast live from La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
And now a steal by Maxey. Maxey into the lane. Maxey with a two-hand slam.
It's Sixers Raptors tonight. Coverage begins at 7:30. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey.
The catch, the shot, the three, swish.
97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlanta and Kingmay County for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza,
Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Rendezvous Pizza, there's one right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, Merrill Reese from Mike's Seafood Polar Bear Run Walk for Autism in Sea Isle City. The Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism has been promoting awareness and raising funds for special service schools and families of special needs children. Come join over 5,000 participants in the 5K race and the Family Fun Walk, followed by a huge after party. Join us in huge heated tents where they'll have great food, unbelievable door prizes, and the award ceremony. The party is not just for runners and walkers, it's for the entire family. They'll have clowns, superheroes, and face painters for the kids. For more information or to register, go to polarbearrunwalkforautism.com. That's polarbearrunwalkforautism.com.
Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism is Saturday, February 17th at JFK on the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Registration is from 9:30 to 11:30. Run Walk starts at noon.
Any day you can do something for children with disabilities, it's a good day.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at La Scala's Beach House at Brigantine. Good crowd in here today, and of course the food's magnificent. We can't wait to get into those meatballs. Dave Klemick, we got an Eagles game tomorrow against the Washington Commanders. Last week, you know, the Eagles defense shut down the Dolphins. I think they only ran for like 45 yards on like 15 carries. The Eagles defense is, especially the front four.
And held Tyreek Hill to 88 yards, which he's averaging like 137. So, and multiple touchdowns.
Isn't it funny how the Washington Commanders can lay 31 on you? And then you go play a team like the Dolphins, who is like this high-powering offense and have all these weapons.
It says something about how a team is built. I think Washington has a much better defensive line than Miami does, and I think that Miami is, you know, Miami is a Lamborghini. Well, Lamborghini doesn't do well on a road with potholes.
No,
that's a pretty good analogy.
That's
Look
a good
at Josh,
Josh,
man. That's
I'll
pretty
tell
good.
you what. We watch the UFC a lot, right? And I know, I compare. What I mainly watch is football, and I watch the UFC. And I can see there's matchups, and sometimes you got a guy that could crush a guy. Normally, it's a bad matchup. So a guy that's a good wrestler could beat Conor McGregor, who is all offense, no defense. So you get a defensive guy can beat it. So the matchup always matters. So you can't watch game. The games are
the game within the game.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. So you know we'll be at the Tropicana, the Caesar Sportsbook tomorrow, inside the Tropicana, as we are each and every Sunday throughout the football season.
Yeah, Billy stuck with me for 2 straight days.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. But I got to tell you, talking about they got big. That sportsbook is phenomenal to watch games. But we'll be down there tomorrow. But we're thinking about you. What's your prediction for tomorrow's game?
So I always give 4 points for the home team, and then I want to give. It's a division game, so then it's another 4 points. Normally, I would put the Eagles way out in front on this one, but I'm going to say 28-24 Eagles on this one.
28-24 Eagles.
If it was at the Eagles, I would say and it wasn't divisional, I would go a lot further. I go 28-20, but you got two factors.
You know, the Eagles have allowed the fewest rushing yards per game. It's 62.9 yards per game this year. Philadelphia's best mark through 7 games since 1944. This defense is for real, Josh. If they could just, and then now with Bayard, now that they got him,
got to work on the pronunciation.
Yeah, well, you know that's why I have you here.
I still can't say Zacchaeus Alameda.
Alameda Zacchaeus.
How about you know the best one he does? Volley, bully, volley, volley, volley,
volley, pulley, vati, vati.
Can you say
my
that?
gosh, no.
Say it again, Josh.
Halapuli Vati Vaitai.
I couldn't even do it if I tried.
I could say Jalen Hurts. Try to stick to what I know.
So 28-24, Klemick says, and And I think the Eagles maybe underestimated the Washington football team before. The first time. I think, are you worried? That's another thing. Anybody worried about Jalen Hurts and his knee?
No,
right knee?
because he's not on the injury report.
Well, maybe, he would be in the injury. You think he'd be in the injury?
He was on the injury report all week.
Well, Dave, you told us plenty of times that you're in the NBA and NFL. Like after week 3, everybody's all banged up, right?
They're banged up. But your personality's built right now, and I think Jalen Hurts. But if his knees bother him, I think he's going to handle it like it's a challenge, like he always has.
Right.
And he go, you know what? I'm not going to run. It's not even a threat today. I'm going to deliver the ball. I love that guy. I just love Jalen Hurts.
Right now, we're 6-1. The 49ers lost to the Vikings last week. That was kind of a shocking.
Here's the important stat for you guys. Tomorrow will be the last time the Eagles play a team with a losing record until Christmas.
That's right, because they had the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Bills, the 49ers, the Cowboys, Seattle, and then on December 25th, the Giants.
Told you, Christmas.
Wow, that went flying by. Holy moly. Tomorrow we'll be broadcasting live at Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Come on down, check us out there. Today we're at La Scala's, and I guess Chris and Ryan they rolled out the red carpet for us. They brought us the meatballs. The food is to die for. Come on down, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's La Scala's Beach House. I want to thank Tommy Green, as always, for a great year with Tommy Green. I want to thank the Sportsbook consigliere Dave Sheridan, and of course Mac Young, who covers Penn State for the LockerRoomSline.com. Thank you, Dave Clemick.
And really quick, thanks to Nick Ershaw doing yeoman's work back there in the studio.
Big Nick back in the studio. Thank you, Nick. As always, thank you, Josh. Tomorrow we'll be at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Come on down. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schreiner.